So guys, hello and welcome to this new video on my channel. My name is Seyshi, and today I'm going to show you the best heroes for each position in Inazuma 11 Victory Road. If you like content like that, leave a follow, leave a like, and now have fun watching this video. I did already mention it in the intro. We are going to show you the best heroes for each position. I'm going to explain you why they are exactly the best on their position, which value they got, and I also give you honorable mentions, especially when you don't care that much about online play or just want to play for fun. I'm still giving you very valid options for your team. Alright, as you can see, wait, I'm just going to swap my face cam. Right now, right here, we have an empty team dock, and we do start with the most bad position, the goalkeeper position. And as you all should know, goalkeeper heroes are really ass, and there is no one, really no one I could recommend you to use. But if there is someone that's okay, I can give you two honorable mentions. They are still not good, but they are someone that you can use. And there I can just recommend you Endo and Shinsuke, aka JP or Mark, because these two are still goalies that could be okay, especially for offline play. They are enough. If they are your favorite characters, go for them. But all in all, for online playing, I can't recommend you to ever use them. And now I'm going to explain you why. Because I saw a lot of people asking why hero goalkeepers are not bad. They have so good stats and everything. But the problem on them is, as you can see, if you know their moveset in ranked, as an example, you just know how to counter them pretty easy. And for Endo, as you can see, he's only got earth abilities and is a earth keeper, okay? And if the enemy is using a wind ability and a wind shot, it's just double elemental advantage, and like every shot is in, and that's a big problem with the hero characters. So legendary characters or fablet characters I can recommend you to use, but not hero goalies. And for Shinsuke, he's the only hero with a different element. That's just Mugen the Hunt, but also nothing really special because his mix and match is really ass for the goal. So how I said, I can't recommend you to use any hero goalkeeper, but if you want to use some of them, you could use these two, but they are also not really it, how I did already tell you. Okay, and now I'm already coming to the best defender that I can only recommend you to use in Inazuma 11 Victory Road. And as you can see, it's Kirino. Why do I say Kirino is one of the best hero defender in the game? Because as you can see, he's got a very good moveset. He's got a normal defensive ability where you can stop the enemy in focus defense battles. He's boosting his own cast awards, what's very good for a defender. And he's boosting the team focus attack and defense, what's not even bad. He's having the counter passive. And all in all, defensive heroes are still not the best. So he is an okay hero, I would say. Defensive wise, he is the best hero because he's got the value in the defense while boosting his own caster wall and team focus attack and defense. And his moveset is not bad because he's got Mystifying Mist, how I already said, and Mystic Mist, a shot block ability, what's very important for a defender. And as well, he got a dribbling ability. What's important? Because, as you all should maybe know, most people these days are using a defensive ability on their strikers, and to get through there, Kirino is a valuable option because he could actually get through there with his dribbling ability Southern Cross. But it's still not that broken because, how I said, there are just more valuable heroes in the game that I'm going to show you as well. But he's defender-wise one of the best, especially with Mix and Match Joan. His cash-in is better in my opinion, but still not that good. In legendary version, he is better in my opinion, because this is just feeling when you use him like a wasted hero slot. If you could use 3 or 4 heroes, he would be very valuable, but the legendary Kirino all in all is paying off more to use. Okay, and I did decide to split it up a little bit because there are offensive heroes and defensive heroes. And I'm going to show you now, first of all, the best defensive heroes. And the one we are talking about in the defensive midfield is Ryuji Kusaka. That's a very good hero. All in all, if I'm not wrong, he's in the top 3 heroes used as well in the ranked mode. Because he's a new character and his moveset is just amazing. Because as you can see, and I already told you in my Fablet video, he's having Menacing Glare, Driving Header 2 times, Burning Rage mode, so a hyper energy move, and the Grizzly Totem, and Iron Wall, a blocking shot. And his passives are also not really bad. The only one lacking a little bit is on the opposition's half on the pitch, own shot attack up, because he's mostly used as a defensive midfielder. But yeah, you can just fire off a long shot with him with Driving Header, what's very annoying for the enemy. And I'm also going to show you in my video separated about him, because he's still getting high numbers for a defensive midfielder without kick stat boosts. And yeah, his defensive ability, Iron Wall, is just very strong. The fact that he's boosting his own focus attack is very strong. Because he's a monster in offensive focus battles and defensive focus battles. And how I said, with this moveset, that's really one of the best movesets in the game, I can only recommend you to use Kusaka in the defensive midfield. Then we still have another option that I can recommend you, and it's an rough play character with, in my opinion, also a top 5 movesets in the game. The only thing lacking is that he's not having a long shot. Only Emperor Penguin number 3 was still a very good ability. You could use him in the offensive midfield and in the defensive midfield. But the good thing about him is just his moveset. I mean, he's a rough character, most people don't run rough, but if you're using a rough team, he's really, in my opinion, even a must use, because, as you can see, on the opposition's half on the pitch, own focus attack boost, and when a player of different element is nearby, own focus attack and defense plus 7%, so he's boosting his own focus attack to the hell, and that's very amazing, especially for the defensive midfielders. You could play Fudo actually right here, or here, so you can just choose by yourself. And the fact that his special ability moveset is just so strong with Field of Force V2 and no escape is just making him way more strong. But the most people don't play rough anymore, but if you're playing rough team, he's really a must use in my opinion. Okay, and now we already come to a category with way more options than before. Okay, and now we actually come to a category that's way more valuable than we had on the positions before, because most people use their heroes on positions like that, and now I can only recommend you these heroes. As you can see, we just have 5 heroes right here. I would even say 6 heroes, because when we just check out from Afrodi the moveset, bro, it is amazing for an offensive midfielder. You could play him right here or even here, or in formations like 4-4-2 Diamond, even right here, but all in all, his moveset is very strong with Heaven's Time, God Break and Chaos Break, but there are just some more and little bit better options than Afrodi. As an example, someone like Kido, because he already got the same, like Stonewall, 3 times Emperor Penguin, number 3, Instant Burst, Prime Legend, and Field of Force. What's a very expensive moveset, but still a very strong moveset. Also not one of the best. There are, how I told you, some better ones. I'm also going to tell you at the end of the video who are all in all the most valuable heroes that you should use. I'm just going to give you some mentions right now from characters that are very strong. Then we just come to a new hero as well, Olvida, and as you can see, she is having 2 dribbling abilities, what's still very important for especially an offensive midfielder. She is just lacking a defensive ability. This would just be so tough, and she would be one of the best heroes, like Kusaka just is. And her passes are also boosting her own shot and team focus attack and defense. Like, you shouldn't play her offensive like that, but right here, or maybe even here without a dribbling ability, because she still just got an hyper move. But I would recommend you, if you would want to play her, putting her on one of these 2 positions right here, because her focus attack all in all is not that bad, but there are just still way better options. And now I'm going to come to Kazuya Ichinose, that actually also got a very valid moveset, because he got Pegasus Shot 2 times, Grand Fenrir, and the Icarus, that all in all are very good abilities. And he's also stat-wise, like Ricardo, a little bit built up more on the defense, as you can just see right here. Just look on pressure and physical. Kazuya is just having the same like Shindo, and in my opinion it's a lot better, because he can win way more defensive focus battles and is also boosting his own focus attack already. Now that's why he's already a little bit better option. As you can see, he's boosting his own shot attack, and when a player of the same element is nearby, he is boosting his own focus attack, what's very important for the midfielders, especially when you play them here or here, because they need high focus attack, and that he's boosting them it by himself is very strong, different like on Afrodi, Bellatrix or Sharp. And now we are actually coming to the best hero in the offensive midfield, and it's Arian, aka Tenma Matsukaze, because as you can see, he got Tornado Tunnel +1, so 2 times. Then he got Triple Freed, then he got Ultimate 11 Assault. And he is also, same like Kusaka, coming onto high kick stats, without boosting him on equip. So when you're in game, he can also shoot, what's not even very bad. Normally you want obviously to shoot with your strikers, but Arian is actually also someone that you can play right here or here. He's also just lacking a defensive ability. If he would have one and you would play him here, he would be so broken. Another problem is the mix and match, because mix and match abilities these days are not the best. If he would have instant burst, it would also be a little bit better, but all in all, his moveset is very, very fine. And his passives are just boosting team focus attack, own focus attack, and his own shot. That's why he's very, very good if you play him here, but you could also just play him right here if you already have this spots saved up for someone else. So Arian is good in defensive focus battles, in offensive focus battles, and he can shoot even without going on kick stats. So that makes him a very, very good hero. One of the best offensive hero in my opinion, but still not one of the best heroes. And yeah, that's with Arian. And now we are coming to the last one in the offensive midfield, and that's actually Takuto Shindo. All of them have their pros and contras, so it's alright to use any one of them, but these two are just, in my opinion, the two best. Alright, and now we are just coming to the forwards, and they are really having it into it, because when we talk about the best forwards in game, I can only recommend you, hero-wise, these four. First of all, we are coming to Guenji right now. Both Guenjis are very, very strong, so the Justice and the Counter Guenji, because meta these days is still Justice and Counter, and I'm going to show you the passives right now. Both of them can boost their own shot up to 24%, what's very, very strong. So the maximum, obviously, for strikers. And his moveset is just so crazy that I had to do a own video about him. I already did upload it. If you still want to know some more and see it a little bit more, to check out if you should really go on Guenji, just check it out. And don't forget to leave a follow to support me all in all. We are very, very close to the 2,000 followers, so I really appreciate it. The good thing about Guenji is just that he is having Scorching Tackle, Ignited Steel, Burning Overdrive, Grand Fire, and all in all his moveset is just the best for the heroes all in all, in my opinion, and in a lot other people's opinion, because he can be used in the offensive midfield as well, but he's a striker, so he's in the striker category. I'm also using him like that in my main team right here. Right now I just only have Fubuki right there equipped, because yeah, I'm cooking up something right now, but that's in the future, so don't forget to follow, how I already told you. Right here, as I already told you in the hero video about Guenji, he's having a dribbling ability, always coming through the enemies midfielders or defenders. He can get the ball back with Ignited Steel, what's very, very important. In defensive ability is always very, very strong on a striker. Then he's just having two abilities for shot chains and a long shot to annoy the enemy. Very, very strong, and yeah, just the same for the Justice Guenji. And he is also, of these three, the best in my opinion. And now we are coming to two valuable heroes, because as you can see, we have Lancer right here with a long shot as well. And long shots are always very, very necessary to annoy the enemy, and you could also just play him as a forward or in the offensive midfield like I am with Guenji right now. He is having a shot ability, Doombreak, that counters his elemental disadvantage. With his own moveset, Doombreak was very, very strong. And a lot of people prefer dribbling abilities than defensive abilities. But in my and also a lot other people's opinion, defensive abilities are just a little bit better than dribbling abilities. But dribbling abilities are also not bad in the game. And Elemental Catalyst is also a little bit different than Burning Overdrive, but also a very, very strong hyper move for strikers. And how I said, then he's just having a long shot, what's very, very annoying for the enemy. And what is also very, very good about Lancer is that he's boosting for players of the same element, shot attack plus 1.5%. It's not the best, because you want to boost your own shot attack on strikers. That's a little disadvantage, but on the opposition's half of the pitch, he's always boosting himself for 16%. It's just very, very good about him, and that about Lancer. And now we are coming to the last hero, and also a very strong hero, Fubuki. Because Fubuki is having Eternal Blizzard V2, not the best ability, but for shot chains it's still very amazing. Then we have Legendary Wolf, a long shot that's very, very strong and annoying the enemy as well. And then we just have Elemental Catalyst, same like on Lancer. And then we have Land of Ice and Snow Angel, two defensive abilities, what's also very, very strong on hero strikers especially, how I already did explain it to you. And then he is also able to boost his own shot attack up to 24%. In my marketplace video I said that he is ass, but he is truly not, because I did inform myself a little bit more. I'm also not a magician, I'm just learning as well. And when we compare him right now to Guenji's stats, you can see Fubuki's only at 505 kick and Guenji on 526 kick. That's why I did say that he is ass, but he is truly not. Because with his defensive abilities, you see, he's by himself having a little bit more defensive stats than a Guenji. But for that, he's having a little bit less kick. So it's still optimal because he's got the 2 defensive abilities, what makes him able to be played in the offensive midfield or as a striker as well. Because he's still coming up to something like 630 watts, still very, very incredible. Tension Fubuki could actually be also an option. The Justice one is just way better in my opinion. Who are the best heroes for each position? All in all, without honorable mentions, I would tell you that these are the best. Because Guenji is just having an amazing moveset. Same like Kusaka. So these two as a duo, as a hero duo is very, very strong. So these two I can really recommend you to use. I actually forgot the offensive midfield. So these two are a very, very strong hero duo right now. Playing it like that is also an acceptable hero duo, but Kusaka is just a little bit better. So I already did tell you the best hero duo in my opinion. For the defenders is Kirino the best hero, and hero goalies are all in all ass. But if you want to use one, use Shinsuke or Endo. So I don't know, bro, just take them out, they are ass. Just take hero goalies out of your mind. Don't think about using them, but if you want to use them, I just told you at the beginning, use one of these two, but what am I talking, bro? That's it with the video. How I said, these 4 are the best heroes in my opinion, or the most value heroes with the most value. And if I was able to help you, I would really appreciate the like and the follow. And now see you next time. Your Seyshi. Goodbye.